All right, we are live on YouTube, and today we are going to be discussing the latest blog posting from YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki regarding preserving openness on the YouTube platform. Wow, what an interesting topic to discuss today. So stick around for all that and much, much more that's coming right up! Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, if that pop-up box pops up, primarily more so on mobile, please make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your mobile device, your iPhone, your Android, or any tablet or smartphone that you have the YouTube app installed on, that you have the YouTube app set to receive notifications at a device level. When you do all of those things, you won't miss anything from anyone that you want to follow when they go live or publish a brand new pre-recorded video. Wow, how's everyone doing today? How do you all feel today? You feel good? You feel good? Let me share my background today right off the bat. Trust happens when leaders are transparent. It's a little bit long. I couldn't crop it. I did as best as possible. But anyway, let's read it again. What the heck? Trust happens when leaders are transparent. Yeah. Folks, YouTube's transparency from a leadership level or a company level has been highly scrutinized over the past several years, since they've had to make several changes in order to continue running the platform. In order for it to be viable, for it to be sustainable, they had to do what they had to do, but their transparency has been questioned. And, for a little while, I was, believing that, YouTube was trying to keep things from us. But lately, after looking more so into it, further into it, and especially after reading the brand new blog that CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, released today, I was just blown away. I was really blown away because, in all honesty, I honestly feel she's doing the best possible job she possibly can to run this company. And I think she's done a damn good job. Now, many people out there, especially a bunch of conservative men from a former community, no disrespect to conservatives in general, but a former community I was involved with that had a bunch of conservative men that went through divorce and bad breakups in their relationships. They attacked Susan Wojcicki, saying that we shouldn't have a woman, running YouTube because she's running it like a feminist. And that's a bunch of crap. That was the biggest bunch of crap I ever heard. Now, some of you may still feel that way. Some of you may still feel that YouTube has the leftist agenda because YouTube is in California, where I live. We're a blue state here. We're a liberal state, okay? I actually live 20 minutes south of YouTube in San Bruno, California, in a town called Redwood City. And I know how it is out here. And that's the furthest from the truth. So I wanted to, talk about this here today and get your feedback. Folks, I want a lot of engagement in the chat. Also, if you'd like to join me live on the air on Google Hangouts, I'm still able to run Google Hangouts because I use a consumer version of Google Hangouts. It's still available at hangouts.google.com. Let me know and I'll bring some people on after I go through this blog posting to get your feedback and to also learn more about your channel and your experiences out here on the YouTube platform. Y2K homie, your setup is very nice. Yeah, thank you, bro. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I've been very tech savvy all of my life. I could have gone into the high tech industry for a career, but I'm too outgoing for that industry. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people that work in high tech now have become much more outgoing. And the work environment in the high tech industry has become very lax, to the point of where people have fun at work, and they also don't have to dress with fancy suits anymore. They can just wear jeans and t-shirts and stuff. But I didn't want to be stuck in a cubicle all day and work on programming and do stuff like that, which is why I didn't go into it. But I from a very young age, I grew up with the internet. I know computers very well. I can build my own computer. I can upgrade my own computer. I'm a tech guru, and I use a program called OBS, Open Broadcast Software, to be able to create those, these fancy streams for you folks. I also use a green screen so I can change my background. I can put a fancy chat, as you can see over here. Over here on the right up here. And so that's how I do that, folks. And I can help you folks do that as well if you'd like. I did a live stream, a 5.5 hour live stream on how to use OBS about maybe almost a month ago, a few days before YouTube shut down Hangouts on Air. So people could learn how to use another option for streaming when Hangouts on Air was shut down. So if you want to check that out, go right ahead. But yeah, thank you so much for the compliment there, Y2K homie. Gender shouldn't matter. I agree with you on that. My honest opinion, look, women have been liberated now for over 50 years here in the United States and in many other countries all over the world as well. And look, I don't have a problem with women doing a job that was once only known as a job a man would do, as long as she's qualified to do the job. If she's qualified to do the job, then she should get paid exactly the same as a man should get paid. But if she's not qualified for it, she should have complained that she didn't get the job because she's a woman and the person that got the job is a man. That's the shit I can't stand. Those are the radical feminists I can't stand. But yeah, you know what? Women should get paid equally for the same work that men have always been paid to do. As long as they can do the same work, no problem. Women want equal rights, you got them. No problem, right? But we know how some people play the system, because they're not qualified for a job and they still want to make the large amount of money that the better job pays. Instead of working harder, they'll complain and try to find a loophole. And I can't stand that crap. But we're not going to get into that here today. We got other things to talk about. English teacher in France, welcome to the show. Hello, Coach Eli. Hello, English teacher in France. Great stream today from the water side. There was some waterway there. Maybe it was a lake or a body of water. Where you're at there in France, that was absolutely beautiful. Your phone had great reception, great quality, and you even used a tripod. I'm sure you use a selfie stick tripod like I have for my iPhone when I shoot videos on the go like I have before. I haven't done that in a while, but I have done it before and I will do it again. So excellent setup there and great stream today, English teacher in France. That was awesome. Lucy Francis says, well said. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you. English teacher in France says, very true. Salary depends on what the job is, not the gender. And it also depends on if you're qualified for the job or not. Whether you're a man or a woman, if you're qualified for the job or not. Okay? Equal pay for equal work. But if you're not qualified to make more money, whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to get paid less for a lower job. That's just the way it works. But there are a lot of women out there that play the system on that. Most women are good, but there are a bunch of women out there that do play that system. And unfortunately, a lot of times, companies will appease these women because they just don't want to deal with, the scrutiny, especially now with social media. Women will just go out there and say, hey, I got discriminated against getting this job because a man was competing with me for the same job, and they didn't offer it to me, even though I feel I'm qualified because I'm a woman. No, sweetheart, you didn't get the job because you weren't as qualified as that man was. If you were more qualified than that man, you would have got the job over him, and that man wouldn't have complained one bit. But anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. Let me welcome a few people here in the chat, and then we're going to get right to this blog here because it's very, very interesting. We have 13 people in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Midnight Raven. How are you doing? Welcome from the UK. Midnight Raven's in the house. Welcome. It's evening over there in the UK. 8 hours ahead, right? It's 9:29 p.m. In the UK where you're at, right? Who else is here? Margarita Gonzalez was here earlier. If you're still here, thank you so much for being here. Ben Rick YT, welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I'm just going to get right to it here. English teacher in France says, nice shirt. This is a Abercrombie and Finch t-shirt. Actually, no. Is it? Yes, it is. Shit, I thought it was Banana Republic. It's Abercrombie and Finch t-shirt. I don't even know if they're still around. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But I've had this shirt for, a couple decades. And it's such great quality that it still looks brand new. And I figured it would work well with the background today because I've got this kind of, gloomy, overcast background that states the purpose of this show here. Let me read that one more time. Let me move out of the way here. Okay. Trust happens when leaders are transparent. Trust happens when leaders are transparent. Okay? It's very, very important to be transparent. The way I run my coaching channel out here on YouTube is in a very transparent way. Almost too transparent to the point of where it pisses a lot of people off because I'm too honest. But I'd rather be too honest with you than have to lie to you or tell you what you want to hear just to, keep you happy. That's going to do you no good. Honesty is the best policy, whether it hurts somebody's feelings or not. Honesty is going to best benefit you in the long run and help you get to where you want to get to. If we lie to you and tell you what you want to hear just to appease your emotions, that's going to do you no good. You're going to get temporary satisfaction out of that, and nothing long term is going to come out of that. That's great. Okay? So, trust happens when leaders are transparent. Abercrombie and Fitch is still around. Yeah, it's Fitch, not Finch. I keep mispronouncing it. Label freaky with all of their clothing, though. They make a lot of nice clothes, man. I have not been to one of their stores in a while. I haven't even seen their stores, and I haven't even looked their shit up online. But they basically, Abercrombie and Fitch is kind of like, you know how Gap has Gap Inc. has Old Navy, which is the lower level of their company, cheaper products. Then they have Gap, which is the middle end. And then they also have Banana Republic, which is Gap Inc.'s high end. So Abercrombie and Fitch is comparable to Gap's Banana Republic apparel. Very high end, high quality, long lasting shirts and other apparel. That's very expensive. Because it lasts long or longer, and it's great material and it looks great. I just love it. All right, so before we get into this blog here, I'm going to show you the blog on the screen. Does anyone else have any other questions regarding anything, or are you folks ready to get to it? Let me know. Does anyone else have any other questions they'd like me to answer? Now, folks, as I go through this blog, feel free to network in the chat, get to know, like, and trust people. Okay, connect with people the genuine way. We do not do sub for sub here on Coach Eli's channel. What we do is embrace positive, genuine, lasting connections and collaborations amongst other YouTubers. Also, if you are a consumer of content, you can still connect with us, and we can connect with you. We can still subscribe to your page, even if you have no content, because maybe one day you'll put something out there. But you can also subscribe to us because you'll know when we go live or put out pre-recorded content, and you can keep up with us. So, folks, network in the chat and get to know each other the right way. Build those lasting connections, folks. Okay. All right. So let's get right to this over here. I'm going to switch over to my other screen. Tuesday, August 27th, 2019, which is today. This is on the YouTube Creator blog. So if you just Google search YouTube Creator blog, you'll see this for yourself. but I'm going to show this to you here. So let's just get right to it. Okay. All right. Susan Wojcicki, preserving openness through responsibility. Very, very interesting. Dear creators and artists, as I do every quarter, I'd like to pause and reflect on my priorities and how I can help you be successful on YouTube. But rather than our usual update on this quarter's highlights and lowlights, I want to take a minute to talk about something that is incredibly important to me personally and the future of this platform. Openness and how we balance that with our responsibility to protect the community. Folks, that is crucial right there. That's already won me over on this blog. It made me want to read more. Because sometimes I'll read some of Susan's blogs every quarter, and it doesn't resonate with me, so I just won't read the rest of it all, or I will skim through it. I read this one all the way through, okay? She says, again, I want to take a minute to talk about something that is incredibly important to me personally as the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, and the future of this platform, which is what everyone is concerned about and has been talking about for many years now, especially lately because YouTube continues to tighten up on their rules. Openness and how we balance that with our responsibility to protect the community. So YouTube was created to be an open platform. Okay? And folks, feel free to chat about it in the chat. I can see the chats on the screen here, so I'll be able to respond to. Hello, Fonzo. Welcome to the show. So YouTube is an open platform. A lot of people lately have been scrutinizing YouTube for silencing people and saying that if you're truly an open platform that believes in freedom of speech, why are you silencing certain people? Why are you removing certain pieces of content? Okay, so here Susan's trying to say we understand where you're coming from, but we also have to protect our community from people that, you know, are bad actors, people that we now have started to call bad actors. And there are a lot of bad actors out there on YouTube. It's a small percentage of them, which I'll get to that in a bit here. Susan mentions that in this blog. But it's funny to me how even a small percentage of bad actors can and do affect the entire YouTube ecosystem, the entire platform. It affects a lot of things, folks. It affects advertisers from wanting to sponsor on YouTube, okay? It just affects many, many things. I mean, primarily it affects the advertising revenue, but granted, YouTube's a business, right? And if YouTube's not making money, you know, then they're going to go out of business, right? Then there will be no platform for anyone to speak freely on, right? So all Susan is saying here is that, look, we understand that, you know, we are an open platform, and we want you folks to feel free to be as open as you'd like, but also use a little bit of tact when you're putting out your message, because it is our responsibility to protect the community from bad actors that say their same message without tact. Okay, that's my interpretation of that. Does anyone have anything like to throw in regarding that? Let me know. Let me know about that. I'm looking at the chat as I read this. Let's continue. Furthermore, YouTube is built on the premise of openness. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Based on this open platform, millions of creators around the world have connected with global audiences, and many of them have built thriving businesses in the process. Yes, they have. But openness comes with its challenges, which is why we also have community guidelines that we update on an ongoing basis. Yeah, they have to constantly update the community guidelines. And in my opinion, the reason is because many creators that were violating certain aspects that were not written in the guidelines, you know, or how do I say this the right way? Many creators were finding loopholes to bypass already written guidelines. So YouTube had to rewrite these guidelines to say, hey, this is what specifically, you know, is looked at as hate speech, as vulgar language, as inappropriate content. We want you folks to know what our artificial intelligence, within our algorithm is looking at, and what we look at when we manually review videos that have been flagged. Okay, so that's why they do that. They have to constantly update the guidelines because many people are either finding loopholes around guidelines already written, or that guideline is not already there, and YouTube has seen something new that people are trying to exploit, as a bad actor in bad acting ways. Okay, that's my interpretation on that. Most recently, this includes our hate speech policy and our upcoming harassment policy. Okay, well, they already have a harassment policy, cyberbullying and harassment, but I guess they're going to, let me open this in a new link. I did not check this out. Oh, that was last month. I've already seen this. So they've already put this out there. They just haven't officially launched it through their system yet. They're beefing up on cyberbullying and harassment. And quite frankly, they already have done that, because I've seen more channels get flagged and stricken for cyberbullying and harassment than ever before. In the past, you'd flag people legitimately for cyberbullying and harassment and nothing would happen. Now you're seeing more action taken regarding, cyberbullying or bullying in general and harassment. Good job, YouTube. Good job. Nobody's commenting. Are you folks just listening? Folks, feel free to share your opinions in the chat. I'd love to know. Is there a troll in the chat there? All right, Muslim Ummah, you have 1,000 subscribers and you're from another country. And you're writing in hieroglyphics. So, quite honestly, Lucy, that person's already been spamming, so I'm going to go ahead and ban Muslim Ummah. Muslim Ummah, you don't come into my chat and start spamming it. And then you put SUPRT me. Huh. Yeah, he was sub grabbing is what he was doing. No one's going to subscribe to him because there's no value on his channel. He has 1,000 empty subscribers on his channel. So, Lucy, if you see shit like that, just go ahead and ban them, brother. I trust you, man. No worries, English teacher in France. No worries, English teacher in France. She says, sorry for now, just listening here because preparing dinner. No problem. English teacher in France, just out of curiosity, are you able to hear my stream clearly across the room? I've been told that my audio is so clear that people can hear me across the room. Let me know about that. Y2K Homie says, I get copyrighted by other people somehow, sometimes by people from another country, and they get my revenue even though I don't use their content. Wow, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how YouTube would allow copyright to go through on something that you haven't used. If you're using other people's content, even under fair use, if they have content ID on their channel, that may capture it, especially if you're using content from major companies. Most major companies out there, especially TV companies, they have content ID on their system, so it will automatically capture you even using a small clip of their videos. But if it's an actual content creator putting a manual copyright on you, YouTube will review that. If there's nothing there, then nothing can be done. English teacher in France says, so clear and great quality. Thank you. I take pride in that, English teacher in France. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. It makes my day. Okay, let's continue here. Let's continue with more of this blog by CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. When you create a place designed to welcome many different voices, some will cross the line. Let me repeat that again. When you create a place designed to welcome many different voices, some will cross the line. You know what? I'll tell you, I've actually seen many people that I've gotten to know over the past 3 years since I've been an actual YouTube content creator cross the line. And it used to be much easier for them to get away with crossing the line because a lot of these creators had experience on YouTube in the past and they knew how to escape the system, bypass stuff, etc., right? But now YouTube has redone things to the point of where they're honing in on all that, and they're even adding a bunch of stuff to their artificial intelligence, where the YouTube algorithm is automatically, striking certain videos. It's crazy, folks. But again, they had to do it because some people will cross the line. You know what, folks? There's a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech. Okay? And there is a point where freedom of speech crosses the line. So if you don't cross the line, you're fine. If you cross the line from freedom of speech to hate speech, and I believe there is a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech. And some people have, come to me and said, well, Eli, isn't freedom of speech just freedom of speech? People can say whatever they want. Isn't hate speech a part of your freedom to, say whatever you want to say? Yes, to a certain point it is. Okay? In your own house, with your own rules and your own guidelines, you can say whatever you want to say. You can talk shit about whatever you want to talk about. Right? You have the freedom, at least here in the U.S., to do that. Okay? But on a public platform, it's up to them to decide, where the line is crossed. In the workforce, in the workplace, it's up to them to decide. If freedom of speech allowed us to do whatever we want, then if we were a manager at work and one of our employees wasn't doing their job, we could say, you're a fucking loser and you're not going to work here anymore if you don't start busting your ass more. See, but if you actually say that to an employee nowadays as the manager, you're going to get fired and possibly sued by that employee for harassment. Okay? So there is a line between freedom of speech and hate speech, in my opinion. What's your opinion? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me check out the chat real quick here. This is getting interesting. Hey, 8-Bit Reactor, welcome to the show. 8-Bit, when I'm done going through this blog, I can bring you on while I take a break, and you can talk about what you have going on. I know you're making a big move, and you've got a new GoFundMe. I want to help support you as much as possible, so we can bring you on in a bit. It's probably going to be in about a half an hour or so from now. Let me know if that works for you. Y2K Homie says, well, it says I can dispute it, but it has a warning saying that my channel can get terminated, so I don't take the risk. No, dispute it, bro. What YouTube is saying that if your intentions are not pure, if you're disputing this with malice intent, we have the option of terminating you. If you're doing it for the right reasons, YouTube's going to know that. They're not going to terminate you. The reason why they put that there is they're trying to scare people away from making unreasonable copyright claims or unreasonable disputes. If you have a valid dispute, bro, you got to fucking dispute it. I mean, dude, go for it. Every time you fill out a copyright form, it says under penalty of perjury, blah, blah, blah. It also says, abuse of the YouTube copyright system may result in termination of your account. Okay? I think they say may, not will. That means it's at YouTube's discretion if they feel you're abusing the system. And they can tell if somebody's abusing the system, and you're not. So go for it, bro. Try to take care of that. Get your channel back. English teacher in France, that I agree. English teacher in France, late night dinner, he says Fonzo. Let's see. Lucy Francis, I get hit with copyrights on every video for the music. Just don't pay no attention to it. Well, you're not getting hit with copyrights, Lucy Franzese. You're getting hit with content ID claims, which won't give you a strike, but if you're going to try to get monetized at some point, it will affect you from getting monetized. And if you are monetized, you may be revenue sharing with the content ID holder, or they could choose to take all the revenue because you use parts of their video or their music. So it's not a copyright, it's a content ID claim. There's a difference on that. Fonzo says, English teacher in France, can I ask you why so late? Ice Cold Water, welcome to the show. Welcome. Hello, I had a grip on life, says Ice Cold Water. Hello, Ice Cold Water. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to network and connect while you're here, folks, genuinely. English teacher in France says, LOL, Alfonso, I have to ask this. Are you forgetful? Sorry, just curious. I know she answered that question last time, bro. Let's see. 8-Bit Reactor says, yeah, it works. 8-Bit, I'll bring you on in about 30 minutes or so, bro. Or a little bit after that time, depending how long it takes me to get through this blog. Okay, let's get back to this here. So I'll repeat this part one more time. When you create a place designed to welcome many different voices, some will cross the line. Bad actors will try to exploit platforms for their own gain, even as we invest in the systems to stop them. Let me repeat that again. Bad actors will try to exploit platforms for their own gain, even as we invest in the systems to stop them. So these bad actors that have been getting away with skating the system to profit from it will continue to look for other exploits to continue doing what they're doing, even as YouTube continues to further tighten up that loophole. So here's the bottom line. If you're doing nothing wrong, you're just voicing your opinion and being cool about it, you're doing great. No one's affecting your freedom of speech. YouTube's not affecting it. But if you're a bad actor and you're abusing the system, hey, you're going to get what you deserve. You can get shut down. That's the bottom line. So far, so good. I agree with this, Susan Wojcicki. As more issues come into view, a rising chorus of policymakers, press, and pundits are questioning whether an open platform is valuable or even viable. Now, JB Gunner, I'm not sure if you're here right now, but you're a person that has been on YouTube for 12 years, and you've questioned this system many times. But you've actually made some great changes lately to your channels, and you're growing more so organically, and you've also found a target audience that loves you and supports you. And that's the most important thing is, finding a target audience that's loyal to you and will follow you religiously. Okay? And tomorrow I'm going to do a stream on that. How to properly grow on YouTube, by, creating a loyal following. That's important, folks. That is important. But I got to read this one more time here. As more issues come into view, a rising chorus of policymakers, press, and pundits are questioning whether an open platform is valuable or even viable. That's a great point, Susan Wojcicki. That's a great fucking point. I could not have said that better myself. You're trying to appease everybody, the advertisers, the creators. You're trying to appease, shareholders. You're trying to appease everything, right? Okay? And I believe the shareholders are on the Google side of things because YouTube is an LLC. That is a subsidiary of YouTube. Sorry, that is a subsidiary of Google, which is a subsidiary, I can't even talk, of Alphabet Inc. Okay? So you're trying to appease everyone and keep everyone happy, and that is a chore within itself. So great point there. Great point. Let me see. Anything else in the chat right now? Yes, English teacher in France says, yes, I got one CPR copyright, and the person who owns the music asked for shared revenue. That's called a content ID claim. So folks, understand there's a difference between getting a copyright strike, a copyright takedown notice would take down your video and give you a copyright strike. A content ID claim is one where if you use parts of someone's videos that has the content ID system, on their channel, they have the rights to revenue share with you, or they have the rights to take all the revenue, and in return, they will allow you to keep using that portion of whatever clip you used of theirs without any copyright concerns. So there's a difference there, folks, just making that clear. English teacher in France says, if it is fine with you to have shared revenue, just leave it as is at Y2K Homie. But if not, you can actually edit the music using non-copyright one. Yeah, you can do that through the YouTube, built-in YouTube editor online, okay? Through your Creator Studio or Studio Beta now. Everything's going to Studio Beta. And yeah, English teacher in France, like I said, when you get a content ID claim, it's up to the content ID holder or owner to decide how they want to do things. They can choose to share revenue with you. They can choose to take all the revenue, or they can also request for you to take down that video or edit that part out, or they will send you an official copyright takedown notice, which will give you a copyright strike. Most people are cool about it as long as, most people will do revenue sharing, which is the fair thing to do. Okay? But it's up to the content ID holder / owner to decide how they want to handle that. But good points there. Good points. Let's see. Lucy Franzese, you could remove the song or dispute it. I just ignored the bullshit. Okay. Not a strike, mine, it was a claim. Yeah, those are called content ID claims. They're different than copyright takedown notices, which will give you a copyright strike. And this guy was claiming the music to the emote, but it's not his. I just disputed it. Yeah, dispute it and say this is somebody that is circumventing the YouTube copyright system for their own gain. YouTube, please reverse this. Thank you. And see what they do, bro. Hope for the best. A lot of times when dealing with YouTube copyright issues, it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot. Okay. Furthermore, Susan Wojcicki says, despite these concerns, I believe preserving an open platform is more important than ever. Despite these concerns, I believe preserving an open platform is more important than ever. Wow. Excellent. So, folks, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read, there are several more paragraphs. I'm going to read one more paragraph and then take a quick 5-6 minute break or so. And let's see. And then I'm going to come back and finish the rest of the blog here, and then I'm going to bring on 8-Bit Reactor after that. So 8-Bit Reactor, stick around if you can, man, because it's probably going to be about another half hour, 40 minutes before I can get you on, just to be honest with you. Let's continue here. First, openness leads to opportunity. Today's creators have built an entire creative economy and are redefining the face of media. They are truly next-generation media businesses with millions of views and global brands who are contributing to local and global economies and creating jobs. Yeah, YouTube has done a great job at that. YouTube has given so many of us opportunities that would not have existed without them. Folks, I've got a television studio in my place. Okay? Now, I spent some money on it. I probably spent about $3 to $5 grand on equipment. Probably closer to $4 or $5 grand. I've got 4 lights, a green screen, a nice camera. I've got a nice microphone. You know, I've got wireless equipment. I've got all this stuff, right? Now, you may think that's a lot of money. But do you understand, if it wasn't for YouTube and the internet, that the only way to create this type of media would be to go into an actual television production studio? Do you know the price to rent a television production studio for a few hours is about the same price or even more than what I paid for all my equipment that I can use over and over again? Folks, we've been given a gift here. For me to be able to do what I do here, to broadcast live from my place with high quality 1080p HD video and sound is unbelievable. This is a gift, folks, and I really wish more people would understand how much of a gift YouTube has given us. How many of you understand that, actually? Hey, G-Rob, welcome to the show. Hey, what's good, Eli? Nice day to you, my bro. Hey, brother from Modesto, California. Bro, I don't forget my people, bro. You are the man. You see me down below here, bro? I'm reading the latest YouTube blog that was written by Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube, and released today. 8-Bit Reactor, take your time, bro. All right, bro. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're all enjoying the show. Thank you so much for being here. Y2K Homie says, without YouTube, many music artists and comedians wouldn't be known either. Right. Do people understand what YouTube has done for us? I am grateful for this platform. I'm so grateful for this platform. I love doing this. Again, folks, if I had to go into a regular TV studio to do what I do here, I wouldn't be able to afford it. Plus, having a studio, a television studio within my place, it's a pretty cool fucking feeling, isn't it? Isn't it awesome? Blended Whiskey says, hello, I had a grip on life. Hello. Hello, Blended Whiskey. Welcome to the show. We're going over a blog that was released today by the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. If you missed the first parts of the show, you're not going to be able to rewind because I have that disabled. You have to go back and check out the replay once the stream is done. Well worth the view here. Well worth it. Good stuff here. All right, let's continue here before I take my first break. These are creators that would not have had a chance to break through in a more closed media landscape. That's right. I just mentioned that. The mainstream media. And in order to break through in the mainstream media, you have to get lucky. You have to get lucky and get discovered, and then some studios will offer you free studio time because they see value, they see potential revenue that they can make from you down the road. Or you have to rent studio space, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Again, these creators that would not have had a chance to break through in a more closed media landscape. In other words, Susan Wojcicki is politely saying the fucking mainstream media. And they're pissed off because the mainstream media is pissed off because YouTube gets more traction than the mainstream media. But she's being nice, and I respect that you said it that way, Susan Wojcicki, but I'm going to translate this for everyone else. She's talking about the mainstream media and Hollywood and all that shit. Creators like Swedish robotics enthusiast Simone Gertz and blind lifestyle vlogger Molly Burke, both unconventional in their appeal and passed over by traditional media, are finding huge success on YouTube, managing businesses, selling merchandise, creating jobs for other people, and creating real economic value in their communities. Or creators like Laura Vital, Sally's Welt, and Helen's Recipes. I haven't heard of any of these, but anyway, she has turned their passion for food into full-time professions, complete with successful channels, cookbooks, and more. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And they are not alone. A report from Ryerson University found that YouTube creators have created 28,000 full-time jobs just in Canada. 28,000 full-time jobs just in Canada. And 20% of eligible Canadian creators are creating jobs for others. Folks, we have a gift here. This is a gift. And we don't pay any money to use this platform. I'm broadcasting in high quality 1080p HD with great sound at 20 megabits per second, which takes up a lot of server space to provide this amount of quality. Now, I have the internet connection to do it, which is why I do it. But folks, there's no other platform where I could stream a stream of this nature live in high quality. No other platform. It costs an astronomical amount of money to run this. And when Google bought YouTube a long time ago, 1 year after it was started by some people here in the Bay Area where I live, in San Mateo, California, they made it better. They made it better. So anyway, all right, so around the globe, the number of channels earning more than $100,000 continues to climb 40% year over year. That's astronomical. I'll repeat that one more time, and then I'm going to take my first break. Around the globe, the number of channels earning more than $100,000 continues to climb 40% year over year. All right, folks. Stick around the chat. Do some networking. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to cue up some music here. I'm going to cue up some music here. If you just give me a second. I'm going to select some random songs here, which you may have heard before. Okay. Give me a second here. Jesus. Come on. All right. And I'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes, folks. Enjoy. Oops. Well, before I do that, let me switch over to the full screen. And that way you folks can see this wonderful saying on the bottom left here. All right. Be back in 5 to 7 minutes. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, the world's most favorite platform for entertainment and a place where you can learn a bit about anything you'd like to learn about. How are you all doing today? Glad you could all join me on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon here on the West Coast of Northern California, where I live. It's 2:15 p.m. On the East Coast, it is 5:15 p.m. It is evening, and hello to everyone else, regardless of wherever you're at. I hope you're enjoying this wonderful day. We're going to get back to dissecting the latest blog from CEO of YouTube, or by CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, here in just a few. But let's check out the chat and see what's going on in there. Let's see. Where are we at? Blended Whiskey can't stay long, but shared. Thank you so much, Blended Whiskey. Thank you so much for sharing it out. Much appreciated, much love. Didn't you try to go live earlier today, Blended Whiskey, and I think you were having issues? Was that you? I was trying to get on the stream, and then it wasn't there anymore. So let me know about that. Dr. Lucid Dreamster, welcome to the show. I appreciate platform. Posted a few original songs on my other channel, Lucid JD. Have collaborated with another musician as well. That is great to hear, Dr. Lucid Dreamster. And as you notice, you were never banned here. And Y2K Homie says, welcome back. All right, folks. Stick around after I'm done dissecting this. I'm going to answer any questions that you folks may have regarding your business and personal needs. I'm a business and personal relationship coach, success coach, or otherwise, or in other words, known as a life coach, in case you didn't know. So if you have any questions regarding anything you'd like help with, feel free to put that in the chat and I'll get to it eventually. And then I'm going to bring on 8-Bit Reactor, who's been a contributor of mine for about 4 or 5 months now, maybe almost 6 months. A really good guy that has been through some struggles. He's in his mid-20s, and he has made tremendous success in his personal life regarding some struggles he's had that he's shared with us before. He's making a major move, and I want to help him out. He's created a GoFundMe page because he's been put in a pretty bad spot, and I'm going to have him share a bit about that when he comes on the bit, folks. Now, I don't want anyone to feel pressured to have to donate or help him out. We're just going to put it out there. That's what I do here. I put out information that I believe in regarding people I believe in, and you can make your own decision on whether you want to support it or not. If you don't support this person financially, it's not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form on my end here. So don't feel obligated. But we're going to put it out there, and hopefully there'll be some great people out there that can give this gentleman a little helping hand, because we would all want the same helping hand if we were in the same position that was out of our control. Okay, so let's get right back to this blog posting here. Let's switch back to that screen here and continue moving forward. So furthermore, Susan Wojcicki says, openness has also helped foster community. On an open platform, a shared experience can unite people in amazing ways. Yeah, we've all united here. Isn't that great, folks, that we've all united here and we're sharing our thoughts and feelings about many various topics, where in the past, we wouldn't be able to do as easily. So I love that. It's just amazing. I'm sure you feel the same way. For example, Riley Hawkins from New Zealand started her channel, Tourette's Teen, to spread awareness about what it is like to live with Tourette's syndrome. Or Tourette's. I can't even speak. Tourette's. I've heard of Tourette's. Pardon me. I'm a little cuckoo right now. Tourette's syndrome. Her informative, joyful, and humorous videos have earned her fans around the world and let others with this potentially isolating condition know they are not alone. Yeah, it's a great way to build a community around something that most people would make them feel like they have to isolate themselves from the world. YouTube has allowed people to build a community around that, not only with other people that may have Tourette's or any other syndrome, but other people that are inspired by people that have a syndrome or disability, and don't let that stop them from accomplishing what they want to accomplish. That's awesome. I firmly believe in that. I think that's great. And people emotionally buy into that, and it's emotionally touching. So yeah, wow, it just blows me away. Okay. And teens are sharing their college rejection videos, serving as a reminder that this painful moment happens to everyone and people do bounce back. And that's what I do here as a coach. Let me repeat that one more time. And teens are sharing their college rejection videos, serving as a reminder that this painful moment happens to everyone and people do bounce back. Folks, you're going to go through a lot of things in life. You're going to experience a lot of things in life. Welcome, Anthony Scaredy Cat. Welcome to the show. You're going to attempt to accomplish things that you really want to accomplish. And initially, you may or more than likely will fail the first time or two or three or four, but that doesn't mean you give up. Okay, you learn from those failures and you figure out ways how to overcome those failures and become successful. I've become successful at the things I do by learning from my mistakes and not repeating those mistakes. But sometimes you've got to make those mistakes, or you're going to make those mistakes 2, 3, 4 times before it sinks in. And then you'll be like, I've done the same thing 4 times now. It hasn't worked. I'm frustrated, but I still want to move forward. Maybe I shouldn't do those things that aren't working. Folks, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You know, don't make yourself feel insane by doing something that's not working. Learn from it and bounce back and figure out a different approach that's going to get you where you want to get to, right? Does that make sense there? Anyway, before I continue, welcome to the show, Anthony Scaredy Cat. Folks, I forgot to mention, if you would like to support this channel by way of donation, Nightbot is sharing my link every 6 minutes. If you scroll up, you'll see he just shared it. PayPal.me/Coach Eli. You can make a donation in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. You can also add a note of any length, and I will read that note live on the air. Unless within that note you request to remain anonymous, I will definitely honor and respect that. I do respect people's privacy here. I do not dox people, okay? Donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated. So if you're so inclined to donate and you like this content and you want to see more of it, feel free to donate. And with that being said, I should log into my PayPal account. I'm not thinking money all the time, folks. I love doing this just for doing it. So a lot of times I don't log into my PayPal account until the middle of a show. But let me just check and see if anything has come through. Nope. Okay, let's continue. But welcome to the show, Anthony Scaredy Cat, and anyone else that just joined us that hasn't typed in the chat yet. All right. And finally, openness leads to learning. As a daughter of 2 teachers and a lifelong learner, I've been especially inspired to see edutubers. That's a made-up word. Edutubers. So those are basically, I guess what that word means, is a YouTuber that's educating people on something, teaching people something. Basically, to be successful on YouTube, in my opinion, and many others, you've got to do one of 2 things. You've got to either entertain people or you've got to teach them something new. For me, I like a combination of both. For me, I like to entertain people while throwing down those truth bombs! In my opinion, there's no better way to teach people by entertaining them at the same time. Teach them something, but do it in a way where they can feel your passion. They can also feel your pain when you're struggling. They can really feel what you're teaching them. If you're a boring teacher or YouTuber. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get that girl of your dreams. Because you want a beautiful woman in your life that you can settle down with, have a family with, grow old with, snuggle up with at night. What's that going to do, right? But when I come out and I say, you know what, guys, I know some of you out there have been struggling to find the love of your life. I've been there myself. I know how difficult it is. But if you stick around, I'm going to share with you folks what's worked for me and what hasn't worked for me to give you that best possible chance of finding that dream woman that you want to enjoy your life with and share your life with. You see, there's a huge difference. Okay? So entertaining people while throwing down truth bombs is the best thing in my opinion. But you're either going to teach people something out here or you're going to entertain them. Or the third one is you're going to bore them and then they're not going to come back. You're not going to be able to maintain an audience. That's just the bottom line. Let's continue with Susan's blog. Okay, so she says, as a daughter of 2 teachers and a lifelong learner, I've been especially inspired to see edutubers like Origin of Everything, Manuel Du Mundo, Eddie Wu, and Excel is Fun turn YouTube into the world's largest classroom. Wow. Every time I meet someone new and ask them about YouTube, I hear a story about something they learned on the site. How YouTube helped a student ace her math homework. Wow, that is inspirational. A mom fixed a broken garage door. Wow, a mom that fixes a broken garage door, probably while the husband's at work. And then the husband comes home and says, wow, the garage door is working. What happened, honey? Well, honey, I watched a YouTube video and I learned how to fix it. Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You saved us a lot of money and you impressed me, honey. Wow. Isn't that great? Or an employee master a new job skill. Folks, I have learned about so many things through YouTube. Now, this laptop that I use to run this show used to have an i5 processor in it. Now, I know a lot about computers, but I did not have the instruction manual or could not find the instruction manual of this laptop to see how to take it apart to upgrade the processor to a quad-core i7 that I put in it, that it has nowadays, and it's had for the last few years. So I went to YouTube to search for the laptop, and I found somebody disassembling this laptop, and I followed it step by step, and I upgraded the processor, and I was like, wow, this really works. YouTube does work, folks. It is amazing what we have out here on YouTube. And I embrace it. I embrace it. Let's continue. Let me be clear. None of this happens. Let me move up a little bit here. Sorry. None of this happens without openness. Without an open system, diverse and authentic voices have trouble breaking through. And the voices that do get a platform often sound like those who already have one. Yeah, it's old. It's mainstream media. It's been played out. It's been done. It's not diverse and unique. And in my opinion, not authentic. That some small business built on someone sharing their passion for soap making never takes off. Right, but on YouTube it can. That bullied teen can't find a community that looks and feels like them and lets them know that it gets better. That's what I do here as coaching. I help people get a better grip on their life. I help people, lift their spirits when they're down. We need each other. We need people, and we need to be uplifted. And YouTube gives me and other people the opportunity to make that happen. And that curious person obsessed with planetary physics and looking for a few videos is probably out of luck, but not on YouTube. Planetary physics don't really get to me unless you're the Flat Earth Forums channel. Who thinks that the earth is flat and not round. By the way, Flat Earth Forums and I have patched things up. I saw him on English Teacher and Francis' channel earlier today. She gave him mod access, and him and I patched things up. He's unblocked me on his channel. I've unblocked him on mine, and we're going to try to work it out once again. So you're more than welcome to chat here at Flat Earth Forums, and I look forward to your next stream. So, wow. Just amazing, folks. Amazing. Now, let me check out the chat here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me try to fix this. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Let's see here. PM News and Views. Welcome, Paul Martin. How are you doing? Welcome, Blue Ball Brandon. No one's commenting. No one's making any statements here. I guess you folks agree with it so far, and it's making sense. Wow. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you're just going to listen. That's fine. That's fine. I can keep on moving forward. A commitment to openness is not easy. It sometimes means leaving up content that is outside the mainstream, controversial, or even offensive. I'm going to repeat that one more time. That is key right there. A commitment to openness is not easy. It sometimes means leaving up content that is outside the mainstream, controversial, or even offensive. But I believe, says Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube, that hearing a broad range of perspectives ultimately makes a stronger and more informed society, even if we disagree with some of those views. I've been saying that all along. I may not agree with some other people's views out here, but I respect their views, and I respect the fact that they're coming out here and sharing how they feel about something. But then some of those people, they get offended when you don't accept their views, and they take it a bit too far. And that's when I feel the line is crossed between, being a good YouTuber and a bad actor. It's how some of those people way overreact. And a lot of those people overreact because they're insecure, they're not happy with themselves, and they project their insecurities onto anyone else that doesn't 100% agree with their views. Nothing wrong with sharing your views. Nothing wrong with disagreeing or agreeing with someone's views. Okay? It's how you react to them afterwards. Hey, bro. Hey, gal. I don't agree with what you're saying, but I understand where you're coming from, and I appreciate your opinion. Thank you so much for sharing. What's wrong with that? Anyway, a large part of how we protect this openness is not just guidelines that allow for diversity of speech, but the steps that we're taking to ensure a responsible community. I've said a number of times this year that this is my number one priority. That's a great point, Susan. A responsible approach toward managing what's on our platform protects our users and creators like you. It also means we can continue to foster all the good that comes from an open platform. I don't know how much more transparent Susan or anyone else could be regarding this hot topic that's been upsetting many YouTubers out there for quite some time. I could not have said it better myself. I could not have said it any better myself at all. Wow. I'm just blown away. Now, give me 1 second here. Let me just check one thing. And let us continue. Scroll up here a little bit. Problematic content represents a fraction of 1% of the content on YouTube, and we're constantly working to reduce this even further. So let's look at it this way. A fraction of 1% of the content on YouTube is problematic. Okay? So let's look at it this way. If we take 1,000 people on YouTube, okay? If we take 1,000 people on YouTube, what's 1%? That's 10. 10 people, right? If we take 1/10 of 1% of 1,000, I believe that's one person, right? Okay? 10% is 100, okay, of 1,000. 1% is 10 out of 1,000, and 1/10 of 1% is 1. Okay? This is the best example I could think of. So if we take a fraction of 1%, let's say 1/10 of 1% of all content on YouTube is problematic. That means for every 1,000 creators out there, there's one problematic creator. Okay, and it's not a lot, but let's see how it affects the entire community and the entire YouTube ecosystem. This very small amount has a hugely outsized impact, both in the potential harm for our users as well as the loss of faith in the open model that has enabled the rise of your creative community. Let me repeat that one more time. This very small amount has a hugely outsized impact, both in the potential harm for our users as well as the loss of faith in the open model that has enabled the rise of your creative community. In other words, what Susan's saying is that those people, that 1 out of 1,000 people, has such a huge impact on the whole ecosystem that even one person can affect the entire platform if they have problematic content. Why? Because, let me tell you folks, what catches your attention more so than other ways? It's problematic content. You know, drama, negative content, calling people out on their crap, doing stuff that's controversial and problematic at times. Now, just because you're saying something controversial doesn't mean you're problematic, but some controversy is considered problematic content. So what happens when somebody goes crazy on YouTube? Look at what Logan Paul did, Logan and Jake Paul did when they put out that video in the suicide forest. Look at how much attention that one YouTuber got and how that one YouTuber affected the entire YouTube community of about, 2 billion people? So they're working to find ways to reduce it even further. And with the mass amount of people out here on YouTube and the mass amount of work that's required to maintain it, I'm surprised they've even been able to come as far as they have. I'm very impressed with how they've handled things. Could they be better? Sure. But do I feel they're honestly working on it? Absolutely. One assumption we've heard is that we hesitate to take action on problematic content because it benefits our business. This is simply not true. I agree with that. In fact, the cost of not taking sufficient action over the long term results in lack of trust from our users, advertisers, and you, our creators. We want to earn that trust. Right. Why would YouTube not want to take care of something that's going to affect their entire platform, including us, the creators, the advertisers, sponsors, and just regular users that are here to consume content that don't create content? Why would they want to do that? They're trying to find more efficient ways of doing it because no matter how many people they hire, the number of people uploading to YouTube and viewing YouTube content, outnumbers any amount of people they're ever going to be able to hire. And at some point, how cost effective is it going to be to continue running YouTube the way it's being run if they have to continuously hire more and more people? So they're finding better ways to do it. They have hired more people. They have further programmed machine learning, which is known as the AI. AI is short for artificial intelligence. Does it make mistakes at times? Sure. But it's gotten a lot better than it was when it was first released many years ago. And it's going to continue getting better over the course of time. So I'm greatly impressed by what they've done. And Susan, this is very transparent. I much respect this blog. Now let me see what's going on here in the chat. Let's see. Hello, Paul says, Anthony Scaredy Cat. Y2K homie says, I'm just here watching. I'm here just watching, Anthony Scaredy Cat, how's things? Paul Martin. Rob says, makes perfect sense, bro. I think it's time for the boom sound. LOL. Oh, you want the boom sound again, brother? I'll give you the boom sound. That's a truth bomb. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's continue here. This is why we've been investing significantly over the past few years in the teams and systems that protect YouTube. Our approach towards responsibility involves 4 R's. Okay? I'm going to go through this quickly. We remove content that violates our policy as quickly as possible, and we're always looking to make our policies clearer and more effective, as we've done with pranks and challenges, child safety, and hate speech just this year. We aim to be thoughtful when we make these updates and consult a wide variety of experts to inform our thinking. For example, we talked to dozens of experts as we developed our updated hate speech policy. We also report on the removals we make in our quarterly community guidelines enforcement report. I also appreciate that when policies aren't working for the creator community, you let us know. One area we've heard loud and clear needs an update is creator-on-creator harassment. I said in my last letter that we'd be looking at this and we will have more to share in the coming months. JB Gunner was talking about that a few months ago or a month and a half ago. That was supposed to be an update coming in August, but it hasn't been widely announced yet. It was briefly announced, but it hasn't been widely announced. That is great. Creator on creator harassment. Now look, that doesn't mean you can't talk a little shit about other people and call them out on what you feel they're doing. But, you got to do it with tact, and you got to know when to draw the line. But they're going to ramp that up, so you're going to have to be careful with what you say about other people, other creators. I was harassed on here for well over 2, almost 3 years before, I figured out the best way to move past it. And let me tell you, folks, I went through a lot to get to where I'm at today. I used to run a former channel. I grew to 1,700 subscribers, and a little over a year ago, I shut that down, took a 3-month break, came back and started fresh, which is why I have just under 500 subscribers. I only have under 500 subscribers right now because I started over. And I'm also growing organically, and I'm doing things the right way. But creator-on-creator harassment was something that I dealt with constantly out here until I figured out how to handle it. But now YouTube's taking a stance on it, which is great. I'm very happy for that. We raised up authoritative voices when people are looking for breaking news and information, especially during breaking news moments. Our breaking and top news shelves are available in 40 countries, and we're continuing to expand this number. Yeah, that's the mainstream media that's paying you to do that. So you got to appease the mainstream media, Susan, because they're paying you a lot of sponsorship dollars. So I understand that. I still would rather hear the news from a regular content creator, not a mainstream media partner, but you got to do what you got to do to keep bringing in the money to run this platform. So I get that. We reduce the spread of content that brushes right up against our policy line. Already in the U.S., where we made changes to recommendations earlier this year, we've seen a 50% drop of views from recommendations to this type of content, meaning quality content has more of a chance to shine, and we've begun experimenting with this change in the UK, Ireland, South Africa, and other English language markets. That's great. Good. Get more of the real content from real creators like myself out there to be recommended, and reduce or remove the bad actors. I agree. Okay, let me see. Give me a second here. And we set a higher bar for what channels can make money on our site, rewarding trusted, eligible creators. Not all content allowed on YouTube is going to match what advertisers feel is suitable for their brand. Yeah, it makes sense. We have to be sure they are comfortable with where their ads appear. This is also why we're enabling new revenue streams for creators like Super Chat and memberships. YouTube just actually expanded their membership programs. It used to be, I think you need to have 10,000 subscribers to get memberships. But it used to be where there was only one option, $4.99, $4.99. Now they have $1.99, $4.99, I believe $9.99, and $24.99, and you can create tiers where people can join. The only problem is that channel memberships cost the same amount that super chats cost. YouTube/Google gets 30% and you get 70%. If you use PayPal, PayPal only takes out 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So roughly around 3% is what PayPal charges. YouTube/Google charge 30%. But some people feel more comfortable, signing up through memberships and using super chats because it's an anonymous donation. When you make a donation there, YouTube does not send the creator your billing information. On PayPal, they do. So that's why some people will, embrace a super chat and membership route for those people that wouldn't donate otherwise. In that situation, I'd rather get 70% of something than get nothing. You see what I'm saying? But, make your audience aware. Once you get monetized and you get these features, super chat and memberships, make people aware, hey, it's preferred for you to donate through PayPal because the fees are less. I get more than money, and it will more so benefit myself and you folks in the long run by me being able to invest more back into the channel. But if you only feel comfortable donating through super chat or by becoming a member through memberships, no problem. That's an option there. Thousands of channels have more than doubled their total YouTube revenue by using these new tools in addition to advertising. Absolutely. Ad revenue alone is not going to make a successful YouTuber anymore. And we're about to wrap this up here. The stories I hear from creators like you inspire me every day. The community you've created is living proof that an internet that reflects a broad range of ideas can change the world for the better. You've built something incredible. It's our job to strike the right balance between openness and responsibility so that future generations of creators and users can as well. Susan, I could not have said that any better myself. It's a great blog. It's a great blog. Let me go back to full screen. I'm very, very impressed by what you wrote there, Susan. That's the most transparent you've ever been. I'm proud. And not only have us creators created something amazing for, the public, you folks at YouTube and Google and Alphabet Inc., okay, have continued to maintain this platform, and you've created something amazing for us to be able to create the amazing stuff we do on your platform. So if I'm the only person out there feeling grateful and thankful for what you've done, Susan, and the rest of your crew at YouTube, and then even over at Google and Alphabet Inc., I'm grateful. I thank you so much for it. I mean, it is amazing what I'm able to do here on a daily basis within my home studio. I've got a TV studio in my place, and I can broadcast in high quality to an audience of people, and I can continue to grow an audience, and it doesn't cost me anything besides the equipment I buy, but that's my equipment. As far as broadcasting, it's free. You don't have to pay money to upload YouTube videos or to live stream on YouTube. All right, let me read some chat messages. 8-Bit Reactor, are you there? Let me see. 8-Bit Reactor, are you there? I can tag you in the chat. Let me read here. God Loves Me's in the house with the mod wrench. Hello, God Loves Me. Yeah, you know what? I didn't get to some of your chat messages yesterday. I went back to watch the replay. I missed them. But you mentioned you used to live in San Francisco, and now you're in the East Bay. Yeah, I'm on the peninsula in Redwood City, and you said Redwood City is a nice place to live. Yeah, it is. I've lived here my entire life. So I just got an Amber Alert on my phone. Oh, not an Amber Alert. Missing endangered elderly. Emergency alert. Oh, wow. Okay. But yeah, you live in the East Bay. I live in Redwood City. I've lived here all my life, and I'm used to the cost of living. I was born with the cost of living, so I've adjusted with the cost of living as things have gone up. And I love it here. Redwood City has a sign downtown that says Climate Best by Government Test. We have the #1 climate in the entire U.S. and the 3rd best climate on the planet. It's because we're in the middle of the SF Bay and the Pacific Ocean, and that microclimate keeps things, 10 to 15 degrees cooler than people, in the East Bay or even further out in the Central Valley area. Whenever it's 100 degrees in the East Bay, more inland or closer towards the Central Valley, it's only 85, 86 degrees here. It makes a world of difference. And that's what we pay for here. It's beautiful. All the jobs are out here, the high-tech jobs and any other job you can imagine. That's why it costs more, because there's more opportunity. It's a better place to live. It's a safe place to live in most areas, and it's just wonderful. So that's awesome. You're in the East Bay. Maybe at some point we can collab. Yeah. And I heard what happened between you and Flat Earth Forums. Flat Earth Forums and I, we patched things up. I think you're good with him too. I think he apologized. I saw him on English Teacher in France's channel earlier today, and it was good. I guess apparently what happened was he didn't know you were a married woman or something. I don't know what the hell happened, but married or not, I don't come out here on YouTube to hit on women. Plus, I have an activity partner I've been hanging out with for about 10 months. We're not in a serious relationship, but it might get there. And so, I've been hanging out with somebody that I enjoy spending time with. So I don't hit on women out here. If I'm, single, I will go and find somebody either online, or I will go to a bar or somewhere. I'll go somewhere and mingle, where it is right to mingle, to meet people like that. But yeah, God loves me. Maybe at some point we can collaborate on something down the road, since we live so close by. That would be awesome. God loves me says, thank you guys. 8-Bit Reactor, hey, God loves me. G Rob, haha, nice. Harass is 2 words, get it? Her ass? Okay, I'm so corny, LOL. Are you saying her ass? Oh boy, Jesus Christ. At God loves me, says Lucy Francis, wonderful sense of humor. She says, thank you, Lucy. Y2K homie, they need to update the join button so Apple devices can see the join button. Yeah, you know what? I haven't seen it on Apple, but you can go on the website and do it. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that. G Rob, do you think there will ever be a new platform, something like YouTube, that will take over the online social media and surpass YouTube somewhat? How Facebook took over and diminished MySpace? I don't think there ever will be. You want to know why? Here's what people don't understand. There may be a platform that supersedes Facebook. Let me tell you what the difference is between Facebook and YouTube, and why I feel no one will ever surpass YouTube. You folks have to understand, there's a difference between a platform that allows you to share images and text, text postings, and an occasional video like Facebook does. It doesn't cost Facebook as much money to run their platform as YouTube, because their primary focus is not video. It's pictures and, text content that uses less server space and less internet bandwidth. YouTube is all high quality video. Videos take the most amount of space on a server, on a hard drive, on a server, and they also require a lot of constant internet bandwidth to run the platform. Let me tell you something, folks. If Google did not buy YouTube a year after it was started by a bunch of college dudes that live out here in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live, actually in the same county, San Mateo County, YouTube was started in San Mateo, California, which is a few cities away from Redwood City where I live. If YouTube didn't buy them out, there's no way they would have been able to continue running the platform unless they got a bunch of major investors. Google had the money, and Google has made money off of YouTube, even though YouTube initially was losing a lot of money. They're starting to make money now. YouTube's been a lost leader for Google, which is why even while YouTube was losing money, like I said, Google was making money because YouTube advertises for Google, right? It's on the Google platform, right? So the bottom line is it costs billions of dollars to run YouTube. There's no way in hell any other company is going to do that. Now, the only company that has a chance, in my opinion, maybe a few of them. Maybe Apple could do it, or maybe Amazon could do it. They have the resources. But in order to do it, they would have to invest a lot of money into it, and that would tie up a lot of their liquid cash. And then remember, they're going to be competing against YouTube. And Apple and Amazon are not search engine companies, are not marketing companies. Google is a search engine and a marketing company that helps people, get their information out regarding anything they want to find. They're a search engine. So there's no way, in my opinion, that anything will ever come to being as close to being like a YouTube. No way. Not possible. It's too expensive. Google saved YouTube. If it wasn't for Google, YouTube would not exist today, or it would be a crappy platform like the other ones out there. Let's see. Blue Ball Brandon, at 8-bit, what bigger problems than a phone bill are you facing now, brother? Blue Ball Brandon, we'll talk about that when he comes on. God Loves Me says, haha, missing elderly alert. As you say, how nice it is there. Did you get that on your phone as well? God Loves Me, because you're in the Bay Area. God Loves Me, I do a lot of traveling between Sacramento and the East Bay. Okay, cool. Awesome. You're about to find that out, Blue Ball Brandon. God Love Me says, sounds good. 8-bit Reactor, are you ready to come on, bro? I will send you the link in a few. I'm going to let you come on, 8-bit. Excuse me, I'm going to give you about 5 to 7 minutes while I go get one more cup of coffee and use the bathroom again, and then you and I will come back and wrap up the show. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. God Loves Me says, sounds good. Blue Ball Brandon, I'll be sending not 1, not 2, but 3. You heard that? 3 prayers for you tonight. God Loves Me, he did not apologize. Well, I watched a stream of his on a replay yesterday, and he did apologize. So I don't know if you missed that part. But Flat Earth Forums, or if anyone here is close with Flat Earth Forums, let him know that, hey, you know what? Him and I made amends. I would love it if he could make amends with God Loves Me as well. I think that would be great. I would love that. Blue Ball Brandon, that question is none of your fucking business. I've already shared that many times. God Loves Me. He blocked me when he found out I was married. So he was trying to hit on you, God Loves Me? He lives clear across the country, and even if you were single, number one, no disrespect, Flat Earth Forums. I don't think that God Loves Me, based on what I know about her, she's a cool person. I don't think she's attracted to a guy like you. For many reasons I won't get into here. Okay, that's not the way to approach women if you want women to like you. Part of it has to do with looks a little bit. That could be a part of it. But primarily, women look at your attitude. They look at your confidence. They look at, how respectful you are. They don't want you to kiss their ass, but they don't also want you to be, but at the same time, they don't want you to be a jerk, which is what I'm trying to say. You got to be a well-balanced man. So, yeah, I heard about that. Somebody made a comment on my channel regarding that, so I kind of looked into it. And, yeah, it was was unbelievable. But God loves me. I bet you're used to being hit by a lot of guys. And that's just what happens with women. You know, you wear your ring, you say, sorry, I'm married, and you move forward. If some guys, push it a bit too far, then, you got to take further action. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Lucy Franzese, climate here sucks, 60, 70 below zero from the middle of January. The middle of March daily. Lucy Franzese, you're probably talking Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Because I don't think it's ever been negative 60 or 70 Fahrenheit anywhere. Where are you at, Lucy Franzese? What country are you in? Blue Ball Brandon. Okay, I already said that. God loves me. Let's collaborate. Yeah, let's collaborate sometime. Absolutely, God loves me. We can do that. When I'm with my activity partner and we're going on a hike, maybe like one of these weekends down the road, and we're in the East Bay, maybe we can meet up somewhere. Maybe you and your husband can join us on a hike or something. We could do a collab video. I think that would be a lot of fun. See, that's the way to connect with people. No disrespect, Flat Earth Forums. We patch things up. We're good. But that's the way. I don't like people to feel threatened, to be around me. And even if I was a single man, well, I am a single man, but I've been hanging out with this girl for a while, and we have not taken the next step yet. So I don't know if I should consider myself not single or still single, but we have not taken that next step. We have not been close together in that way, like Blue Ball Brandon was saying. But even if I was completely a single man, which is what I'm trying to say, I would not approach things in a way, if I was going to connect with a female YouTuber, to the point of where she would feel unsafe to be around me, or where she would feel like I would try to hit on her or get in her pants or something. I mean, the way you're going to be attractive to women is by just being cool and just, acting normal and not acting like a sick puppy dog. You know what I mean? MySpace destroyed itself before they realized the power of social media. Yeah, they didn't make the right moves and Facebook did. But it was much easier because Facebook and MySpace, they've always had a video part of their platform, but they're not like YouTube that's 100% video. Facebook and MySpace were more about postings and sharing pictures, which uses a lot less server space and bandwidth. Much cheaper to run. It's still not cheap to run, but much cheaper to run than hosting a massive high-quality video platform. Video takes up the most space. When you save videos on your hard drive, they take up more space than anything. Pictures, text, and other stuff, right? However, not much room for competition in this world. There's plenty of room. It's just not feasible for other people to do it. Blue Ball Brandon. God loves me says, my husband comes in the live stream sometimes. He said he's seen you on YouTube a few years ago. He's got respect for you. You guys have chatted. He's government op troll. Oh, shit. He's government op troll. Did he get banned here? Did somebody ban him here? Let me check on that. He's government op troll. Oh, shit. That's awesome. Ah, shit. He probably remembers me when I was dating my ex and the shit I went through on my former channel. Oh, my God. I'm going to go into my hidden user list, my ban list here, and see if government op troll is banned or unbanned. Oh, shit. Nope. He's not banned, which is good. Which is really, really good. All right. Let me see here before I bring 8-Bit Reactor on. God Loves Me says, he apologized for trashing my name. Then the same stream, he blocked me. Well, no, he's done an apology since that point, I believe. Are those the guys from last night? For fuck's sake, she's a God-fearing lady. Totally different breed of women. I was brought up around that shit. Just fell away from all of that stuff. Okay, says Lucy Franzese. Y2K homie, I'm single and I just mind my own business. Blue Ball Brandon, coach, if MySpace was still a thing, you would be in my top 8, brother. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you for remembering those days. God Loves Me says, no, he's not. I don't think he's banned. Nope, he's not. He will not get banned here. Lord Gaelick's in the house. Welcome, Lord Gaelic. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Blue Ball Brandon says, but seriously, the only site that could compete for videos is Pornhub. Talk about bandwidth. Yeah, well, that industry is funded by a lot of desperate, insecure, pervy beta men that have disposable money to spend on that shit because they can't get the real thing. I can help them get the real thing if they come and allow me to help them. Anyway. All right, 8-Bit Reactor. I'm going to bring you on the show right now. Are you ready? And 8-Bit Reactor, hopefully you can come on from your phone or something that's not going to sound choppy because I want people to hear clearly what you're going to say. 8-Bit Reactor is going to come on for about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to take a break. Have him talk for 5 to 7 minutes, make people aware of what's been going on with him. Folks, you're not required to help out 8-Bit. If you can, it'd be great. Nothing's going to change in the way I see you if you're not able to help him or don't want to. It's totally up to you. I'm just trying to raise awareness. I've been working with 8-Bit for many months now, and he's come a long way. He's a mid-20s gentleman that has been through a lot in life. And he'll share more about it when he comes on the stream. So 8-Bit Reactor is typing right now. I just sent him the link. And I'm going to move over to the quad screen and get ready for 8-Bit to join me on here, then take a quick break. As soon as he pops on, hopefully he'll come on video from the outside. That would be great to see him. G-Rob says, Eli, you can pass as Adrian Brody's double or impersonator, good actor. All right, man. Oh, boy. 8-Bit, I'm going to have you share that link with your mod wrench. You can share that link in the chat. But go ahead and give it to me in Hangouts as well. And I'll go ahead and share it when I get back as well. Just waiting for you to come on, 8-Bit Reactor. Crazy Chick Sheena's in the house. Hello, Sheena. How are you, girl? How's it going? How are you doing? All right. Lucy Francis says that 8-Bit Reactor is a good dude. Check out his live streams. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a really good guy. All right, cool. Cool. He sent me the link. Now I'm just waiting for him to pop on in here. And we're going to get this show on the road. Well, this show's already been on the road, but you know what I mean. Blue Ball Brandon, I don't give anyone wrenches that asks for them. I give them at my disposal. You know that. You know that, Blue Ball Brandon. English teacher in France still here. Hey, at David Roger. David Roger, welcome to the show, bro. Thank you for being here. Go back and check out the replay once the replay pops up because I just shared a very interesting blog posting that the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, put out today regarding preserving openness on the YouTube platform. Now, you can't go back while I'm live because I have the rewind or DVR feature disabled, so you're going to have to wait for the replay, but check it out on the replay if you'd like. It was pretty interesting. Got, we had 21 people in the box, but now we have 19. Thank you to everyone for being here. Much appreciated. Much love from Coach Eli. And, wow, I've lost some more subscribers. It looks like, see, that's the problem when you connect with a lot of these people from these communities. They subscribe to you, then they unsubscribe to you. I was at 494 subscribers earlier. I did some networking on English Teacher in France's stream, got up to 498, and now I'm at 493.
Hey,
I don't get it. 8-bit Reactor, how's it going, bro?
doing all right. Let me switch from these headphones because they're about dead. I'm going to go to my other headset.
Okay. Yeah, your video was frozen for a second, but I'm sure you're doing it millennial style today.
Oh boy, I don't know if you can hear me still.
I can hear you barely.
Okay.
You're in portrait mode, millennial style. Oh! Now we're a little bit more wide there. All right, a little better there. Now you're at 640 by 480. Now you're at DVD quality. You know, still not full HD, but that's what you're broadcasting at right now. It's all good, man. It's all good. 8-bit Reactor,
Yeah.
welcome to the show, bro. I'm going to go ahead and take a 5 to 7 minute break. I'm going to give you the floor to explain to people what's going on.
Okay.
Real quick, Lord Gaelic says, Eli, come to one of Bomb Cherry streams. We will all subscribe to you. Lord Gaelic, can you send me privately the link to her channel, or post it? Lord Gaelic, post it in the chat. Send it to me privately as well, because I won't see it in the chat. Send me a message behind the scenes, Lord Gaelic. Where are her streams at? I don't know where to find Bomb Cherry.
Yeah, I miss Bomb Cherry.
I miss Bomb Cherry too. Shit, I'd love to come on her streams. I mean, she's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Blue Ball Brandon, he's not 720p. If he was 720p, he would still be full widescreen. He's at 480p right now, if that. Maybe 360p. 720p. No, bro. You see the black bars to the left and right of 8-bit Reactor? That's not widescreen. That is 480p at the most, maybe 360p. But look, most people don't have a clue what the fuck we're talking about, especially the ladies out there are like, we just want to turn this shit on and watch. We don't care about 1080p, 4K, Dolby Digital Sound with THX, 7.1 channels and all that shit, right? They just want to take the goddamn remote, turn that shit on, and when it doesn't work, they say this. Say, babe, the TV's not working. I'm like, okay, babe. Would you like me to fix it? Sure, babe. You go there, you restart the fucking receiver, it starts working. Yay, it's working now. Thank you so much, babe. All right, babe, I'm going to get back to work. I'll come hang out with you in a little bit. It's all good, man. I get a good laugh out of that shit, man. It's all good in the hood. English teacher in France, you sent me a message asking me if I recognize David Roger in the chat. He's in the chat room. I did recognize him, but why are you sending me a private message asking me if I recognize David Roger? I did. That's funny. Lots of love for English teacher in France. I recognize people as they come in. It's all good in the hood. Anyway, 8-bit Reactor. I've got 20 in the box right now. I'll share the link when I get back. Actually, let me share it right now. Give me just 1 second here.
I don't know how long I can be on my phone because it's been on the fritz, but I mean, I'll get that taken care of soon enough.
You sound a little bit low. Is it just me, or let me say something again?
It's because my headset.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, just try to speak up a little bit louder. Let me share your link. Let me share your. Yeah, it's better. Let me share your GoFundMe link right now. And then I'm gonna put you on full screen. And share.
Hopefully that goes right to it because there's more added to it, but I didn't think you needed to add all that to it.
Well, let me try it out. Let me try out the link and see if it goes right to it. Yep, it goes right to it.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put you full screen, 8-bit. Let us know what's going on. Share with us why you're putting out this GoFundMe and what got you to this point, whatever you feel comfortable in sharing. And I'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes. You're on full screen, bro. Take it away.
All righty. How's everybody doing out there? The reason why I'm doing this GoFund is because, for one, I'm actually going to come out with this right now. I mean, I tried to come out with it on my channel, but it was like no one's actually really wanting to hear it. But I am going through a divorce because the situation here with my soon-to-be ex now has gotten pretty bad. Things just, we were constantly arguing at each other's throats, almost onto the verge of blacking out on each other, which we don't need. Neither one of us needs that. And there's a lot more that I just don't feel comfortable speaking with or speaking on, because I don't want to talk bad about her, even though some things that were done weren't right. I'm just not one of them people that talks bad on other people, especially a woman. I will not talk bad about a woman, but there are things that just caused it to go downhill. And that GoFund, I mean, I know I set the goal a little high. I mean, it's just to have like a cushion on the donations, because I'm moving out of state and I'm going to be getting my life in check, because I've already got a friend where I'll be moving at, where I'm going to move to, has already got me a job lined up for me to apply for, because they're in desperate need of people. And there's also, I need to actually live at home first before being with anybody, and get used to living on my own, doing my own thing, and I'll be able to do more videos then and everything. And if you can help, every little donation will help. I'm trying to gather up the money before Halloween. I know it's soon, but that's as soon as she has the moving out, and I want to move out at the same time, because I don't want to be left in basically the middle of nowhere and not having a way to get anywhere. As I'm going to move close to my family and friends that I know are going to help me. Because where I'm moving to, I've got a lot of family there, and quite a few friends that live where I'm moving to. I mean, the job that I have, that my friend has lined up for me, I mean, it's a basic restaurant job, a fast food restaurant. I mean, I've worked in those multiple times. I've worked in multiple restaurants, mainly fast food. So I know exactly what I'm doing. So, I mean, I'll be able to get this job hopefully right away. Plus the cushioning for the donations will also, like with the move expenses, like when I get there, that way I can, like if I do get the job, that way I have money to buy the clothes that I'll need for the job and everything like that. Plus it will go towards my rent, towards the place I'm going to, I also have end up as well. And the election and all that. That way I can have a place to lay my head once I move. I know I can't see it right now, but I want to thank everybody that's been there by my side through thick and thin, through this rough time that I'm going through. I mean, I was married to my soon-to-be ex for almost 2 years. We decide to break up right before our 2-year anniversary. Just things just weren't working out, and it was pointless of keeping things going if we weren't going to be happy, either one of us.
Yep, I'm back, by the way, bro.
Welcome back, Eli.
8-Bit, I heard what you said, man. Do you mind? I know there are some things that we cannot talk about, but I want to share a few things so people can understand that you're not trying to be a charity case or anything like that, because in order for people to want to help you out, they have to understand why you're asking for help in this way. A lot of people despise people that come out here on YouTube and basically panhandle and e-beg and all that stuff. And I want to make it very clear that that's not what he's doing here. This gentleman was put in a very tough spot. This gentleman, you married your lady and accepted her for the disability she had. Basically, she's been pretty much bedridden, and she has needed constant 24-hour care and cannot be left alone longer than 2 hours. Because of that, it has not allowed you to go out there and get a job, because there would be nobody there to take care of her. Now, she's been on SSI disability, and that's what's been paying your bills all this time.
Yeah.
Now, you were a good husband, a good man. You did everything you could. You decided to start a YouTube channel and try to grow that to raise some additional revenue. But because of what was happening between you and her and constant demands of doing things for her, it didn't allow you to be the man that you were meant to be and live your purpose. So in essence, you have been living her purpose. Your purpose has ended up becoming her, which is not the right thing for any man to be. It's just, it's, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to clear that up, because I want people to know that 8-Bit Reactor is a genuine person. Before I continue, what else do you have to add to that?
You're right, because see, as men, I know most, because after the liberation, us men are still the breadwinners of the family. We've always been that. And when you're taken down from being able to make money to supply for the family or for anybody that you love, it brings you down in your status as a man. And you don't feel like a man at all.
Right.
You're basically defeating your purpose. It's basically defeating your purpose as a man. When you can't work, when you can't do this or that most men are supposed to do for the family and to provide.
Okay, real quick before you continue. God loves me. When did you get that email from, I'm still listening to you, 8-Bit, but when did you get that email from Flat Earth Forums, that threatening email? Because if that happened days ago, if that happened today or this morning, then I have an idea. Maybe it could be somebody that created a fake email account posing as him to try to trigger you. That's what these trolls will do. So when did you receive that email? Now, 8-Bit, real quick here. Again, you've been put in a tough spot.
Yeah.
You're in your mid-20s. And when I was in my mid-20s, I didn't understand life nearly as well as I understand it today. I'm still learning every day, but I didn't understand it nearly as well as I understand it today. And so, you put yourself in a position where you thought you were going to have a great relationship. You and your, ex-wife to be initially, connected because you guys felt that genuine connection. You felt it too, or you wouldn't have done it. And then you realized, as, the months and the years went by, a couple of years you've been together, you realized that it became all about her and nothing about you. And any relationship or marriage is a two-way street. And it's supposed to be as equal as possible, especially in the modern world where women have been liberated. But here's the thing. If any man, even in the modern world of where women want equality, which is fine, if any man isn't just even slightly one step above the woman with the confidence and all that, what's the woman going to look up to? Women look up to a man for his strength, emotionally, physically, etc. Okay? And if a woman senses that she's stronger emotionally, mentally,
Blue Ball,
and physically,
I didn't know. I was wanting to tell Blue Ball that I didn't know how to word it because I've never set up a GoFund. We are in the cool down phase right now.
cooling off period.
Yeah.
It's 6 months, right? In your state?
Yeah. 6 months.
Okay, that's what it is in California too. It's a 6-month cooling off period. And they do that because sometimes people change their mind. Are you okay, man?
Yeah, as of right now, yeah, it's just had a big dump truck come through.
Okay. No worries. Go ahead.
Didn't want to hear you. I didn't want you guys hearing that big diesel coming through like freaking slowly. Well, we're still married as of right now, but we're split.
Yeah, here's the thing. Let me mention something that Blue Ball Brandon said. He goes, I'd recommend waiting to get any funds unless you want to split that 50-50. Here's the thing, Blue Ball Brandon. What you're not understanding is this man has no money to move. He's stuck. Okay? If she kicked him out of the place, he'd be hitchhiking or doing something. He's in a tough spot. So any court of law is going to probably take that into consideration and say this man was raising money just to be able to, get his life back. And that, yes, technically, I guess it could be considered community property, but it's up to the judge to see it deemed community property. This man is just trying to escape something that was out of his control. And so there's a difference there, in my opinion. So he's got to do what he's got to do. Now, once he moves, he needs that money to move. Once he moves, if his ex-wife chooses to go after that, and let's say she somehow is able to get half of that, then he'll be working and he'll deal with it accordingly. But now, the most important thing is this guy needs to get out of there. He's in a bad position, and he's stuck because of the position she put him in. To the point of where he couldn't even work to make money because he had to take care of her. At the same time, we've talked about this before, she couldn't even get in-home care service because she's been blacklisted based on what happened to her in the past regarding a previous message where, her and her ex-husband had a falling out with an in-home care provider, and they blacklisted her in the system. So it's just, 8-Bit's been put in a position that is completely out of his control. And he needs to get out of there. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
That's fine. I will continue going through some of the chat. Let's see. God loves me. He sent it 11:30 a.m. today. It's from the same email address that he's used before to contact me. So why in the world would he send you an email like that, God loves me? Why would Flat Earth Forum send you an email like that if he's trying to make amends with people? And what have you been saying to respond to him? Hopefully, and you seem like a great lady. I don't know you too terribly well, but hopefully you haven't been, saying anything negative back to him. I know you're a more mature person than that. I told him not to contact me again. If he contacts me again, I'm getting a restraining order. Well, you don't have to go to that point. It's not that bad, and I understand. I understand how you feel about that. I'm going to talk with Flat Earth Forums, and I'm going to really ask him, bro, what is your situation? What is your issue with God Loves Me? Because, dude, you're at the point of where you're now beginning to harass her and cyber stalk her. So we don't need to go the route of the restraining order, all that stuff. I mean, I get it. I totally understand how you feel. You want it to stop, but there's a better way to handle this. And I'm going to help you out with that. God Loves Me. And I'm going to reach out to him, because if he continues doing what he's done to you, and I'm also going to hear his side of the story too, then I can't support someone that behaves that way. That's just inappropriate behavior. It's very inappropriate. Just because he found out that you're married, he blocks you? That's ridiculous, man. What, dude? Flat Earth Forums. Why don't you go to Match.com? Go to OkCupid. Plenty of Fish. Tinder. You want to find women, dude? You can find a woman in your local area for whatever you want, bro. You don't need to sit there and fixate yourself on one person on the internet, man. That's ridiculous. I mean, not only is it weird, crazy, stalkerish type behavior, but and no disrespect, Flat Earth Forums, I still want to work these out with you. But it makes you come off as very insecure and needy and desperate for the attention of one woman that's clear across the country from where you're at. I mean, that's preposterous, dude. You're a man. You should be rising above that. You shouldn't be out there chasing the women. You should be yourself. Let the women chase you, bro. But you don't understand that, because you lack not only self-control, you lack emotional self-control, but you lack self-respect. If you respect yourself as a man, you would never behave that way. You'd be cool, calm, and collected. Let the women come to you, dude. Just be you. Do you. Don't force shit. Women don't like it when you force shit. Women like a challenge. Women actually like when you don't. Women love it when you don't pay attention to them, because they love attention. So when you don't give them attention, they respond to that.
Exactly.
They respond to you ignoring them,
pissed
bro.
Off.
Right. You want a woman to connect with you, bro? You ignore them. Well, you talk nice to them, but you don't go anywhere near making them aware that you're interested. You say, hi, how you doing? Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. And you go on. Let them chase you, dude. You don't get that. Go ahead, 8-Bit.
Yeah. Oh, man. I had to quickly get my charger and everything.
You know your camera is pointing at a wall. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to set this up. There we go. That should be better.
Hey, Crazy Chick Sheena says, I'd cuss his ass out. That's my emotional support. LOL. That's typical female behavior, Sheena. No disrespect, Sheena. That is typical female behavior. And I can understand that. That's normal for women. It's not normal for a man to behave that way. It's not normal for a man to behave that way. For women are emotional beings. God damn it. Sorry for using the Lord's name in vain. God loves me. But you know what I mean. I'm a God-loving man myself. So is 8-Bit. But
yeah,
men and women react to those things differently.
When you get to that point of being so pissed off, it just happens. We just say that word. We don't like it, but when you push us to that point, ugh.
Interesting. God Loves Me says He was sending me links to sad songs after he blocked me and found out I was married. I played it off and said, great music. He didn't send me anything for a day. Now he is saying he's coming for me. Well, it may be him. It may be a troll. Who knows?
That's threatening.
Yeah.
Because I've known Flat Earth to do that kind of crap. Because he's attacked one of my friends in somebody else's chat.
Okay. Well, it sounds like to me, that's a man that's obsessed and fixated on one woman. No disrespect. God loves me. You're a good person and you're married. I'm not saying you're a bad, but you're one woman. I'm one man. 8-Bit's one man. Flat Earth Forums, you know how many women are out there on this planet? For you to have to fixate yourself on one woman, and now you're disappointed that she's married, and you're sending her sad songs because she's married? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Seriously, like right now, I'm even questioning whether I even want to patch things up because I question your emotional stability, man. I mean, real strong men don't behave that way, and don't get fixated on one woman. Now, don't worry, God loves me. I don't think he's any harm. I think Flat Earth Forums is a beta male. He's one of those guys that is insecure about himself, maybe his looks, maybe his personality, maybe he hasn't had the best luck with women, but that's because of how he carries himself. He carries himself in very unattractive ways all around, so he can't attract a good woman. And because you were nice to him in his chat and were friendly, he assumed that, I guess you were kind of internet dating him or some shit like that. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. Blue Ball Brandon says, would you guys like me to take care of Flat Earther? Do what you got to do, bro. I don't care. God Loves Me says, I've been stalked before. I have no problem putting someone in their place, but when someone is mentally unstable, it is a completely different story. He's not only mentally unstable, God Loves Me, he's emotionally unstable, which is worse. His behavior is more erratically emotional than a woman. For women, it's more normal to a certain extent for them to be emotional about shit. He's emotionally unstable, God Loves Me. Possibly mentally too, but definitely emotionally unstable. He doesn't love himself. He doesn't value himself. If he valued himself, he would not be behaving this way, and disappointed that one woman he talked to on the internet through his chats on YouTube is married. Now it's the end of the fucking world. God dang, dude. What the hell's wrong with you, man? You don't love yourself?
Okay, dude, yeah, Lucci's right. That's he sounds like one of them guys that drops 1,000 likes on a girl's social media photo just hoping that she'll fall for him.
No, dude, read it verbatim, hoping that she's going to drop those pants for him, the panties. Come on, 8-Bit. You saw it. You're not blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, G. Rob says, that sounds like something you see on Investigation Discovery ID channel. I love that channel, where it all turns bad. Yeah, like wives with knives.
I do too.
You gotta get out of there. You gotta get out of there, bro, before you have that wives with knives moment, bro. or what's that? What are the other shit they have on there?
Or the old frying pan.
Yeah, I love the ID channel, bro. It's one of the few channels besides USA Network that I still watch on mainstream media on cable TV. Great shit, man. Y2K Homie says, I don't know this guy, but he sounds like a total creeper. You know what? I don't know if I'd go as far as he's a creeper. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I'd say that he lacks a lot of self-respect and self-love. And he's very insecure within himself, whether it's his looks, whether it's his personality. He does not know what's attractive to women. He doesn't understand what attraction is. Okay? And you know what? If you find out a woman is married, even if you had some interest in her, even if you went to a bar or a club and you asked a woman, hey, can I buy you a drink? Well, just letting you know I'm married. Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't know. You have yourself a great night. My apologies, right? A real strong, good, confident man would have the balls to talk to her. But the moment she says, hey, I'm married, thank you so much, I don't know, no problem, right? And you're cool and you walk away. And that's what a real cool man would do. But not this dude. This dude is like emotionally fixated on this woman. There's something emotionally wrong upstairs there. I'm willing to help the guy if he lets me, but I don't think he's going to be open to it. He's the kind of person that truly needs my life coaching, but he's not going to be open to it because he's in his own world and he feels that he can handle himself. But we all know, us people that are stable and understand this shit, we know the truth. Anyway, 8-Bit, let's Crazy Chick Sheena says, I'll go kill Bill on him. Oh no, Sheena. God dang.
Oh, Lucy's even said exactly, or plates being thrown at you. Ugh.
G-Rob says,
anything
deadly
thrown
wives,
at you, period.
Anyway, 8-Bit, we're gonna wrap this up about 5 minutes, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and share your link again in the chat. 8-Bit's been put in a very tough spot, folks. I've been working with him. I've been donating my services to him because I know he can't afford them. I know if he could afford my services, I know he would pay me. But I really like this guy, and if I was in his shoes, I would hope somebody would come and support me in the ways I've supported him and try to help him. So I'm putting myself in his shoes and understanding what he's going through. And this is all he's got.
I might
now,
even
folks.
do a stream tonight on. I'm gonna probably do a stream tonight on divorce, talking about divorce.
Okay. Fantastic. Awesome. God Loves Me says, 8-Bit, I'm so sorry, brother. I'm sure 8-Bit's cool. He gets it.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, some things. I mean, I'm one of those people that don't believe in divorce, but sometimes divorce is actually a good thing. Because you don't want to be stuck in a situation that you cannot support yourself in.
You're right.
You gotta put yourself in the shoes of how it is in the future, not like as the present moment. You gotta look into the future about the situation before you ever get married, which I know I didn't do, but you live and you learn.
You're right. You're right. But here's the thing. Your situation is so different than anything else I've ever seen, 8-Bit. Like, the only hope you have, and folks, I'm being honest here. I'm not bullshitting you. This money is not even going to me. Why am I going to sit here and put my name on the line and endorse somebody that's doing something shady? 8-Bit is not a shady person. He's a good guy. All he has is his YouTube audience. Okay? He's reached out to family. He doesn't have a lot of family. And the family he has is not able to even, help him out in that way because they're struggling with their own stuff. So he's at the point of right now where he's completely dependent on this. He has no other choice. So if you can help a man out, I'm going to help him out before that period expires. I'm going to help him out as much as I can. If you can donate $1 or $2, that's great. If you can donate $5, $10, or $20 or $100, that's great, folks. And here's the thing: you can write this off. If you folks need tax write-offs, this is a great opportunity to be able to write this off as a donation. There are people out there that have money; they just want to spend their money wisely and support real, true people. This man, I look at him like a little brother I never had. And that's why I'm so emotionally invested into him. And I've done whatever I can out of my own pocket to help him. But I can't go broke helping somebody. I cannot put myself in his shoes to try to get him out of the position he's in. You see what I'm saying? I got to help him as much as I can and raise awareness so maybe other people can reach out and help as well. Because I'll tell you, when this guy gets back on his feet a few months from now and comes back strong, he's going to have an amazing YouTube channel, more amazing than the one he has. And I'm sure you're going to share your story once this is all said and done. And you're going to help other people not go through what you went through, right, brother?
Exactly. Because I'm going to try to better myself before I start doing more videos. But once I start doing those videos again, I'm going to be coming back 10 times stronger, maybe even 100 times.
You're right. By the way, 8-Bit, before you continue, Blue Ball Brandon, you kill me, bro. He's like, have you ever been with a girl that dropped the panties only to find a bunch of Hershey Highway stains in the panties? Hershey Highway. I haven't heard the Hershey Highway thing in decades, man.
Damn.
That's nasty, dude. Hershey Highway.
Oh, damn.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, man, that's funny. But damn, that was nasty at the same time.
So go ahead, 8-Bit, and share with people a couple more minutes while I respond to an important text really quickly. It's a client text. And share with them, what's this going to help you do? What are your plans to do with this money so they know where it's going? Hey, Bit?
Yeah, I was just reading the chat. I was that. But yeah, the money's going to help me with to pay for my place that they're lining up places for me to rent and jobs for me. And that's what that a lot of that money's going to go for, as well as like clothes that will help me get this job. Because apparently the place I'm going to be working at is in desperate need of workers.
Okay.
And I know it just may be a fast food restaurant job, but I mean, it's a start.
Bro, anything that you
Small
can
and
get
work your way up.
Once you get out of there, anything you can get right now is way more than what you were able to do. And again, the only reason why you weren't able to go out and work, number one, your ex-wife to be requires 24-hour care, and you can't be away from her, or she has to have somebody helping her, every 2 hours at least. You can't be away longer than 2 hours. You couldn't even get an in-home care provider, even with insurance, to come in there because she's been blacklisted from a mistake that happened between her and a former husband of hers that ruined that and got her blacklisted. So like all of a sudden, she's in a position where the only choice she has is to marry somebody to take care of her and give up his entire life. That's what happened. Now, you didn't realize that back then. I'm sure if you did realize it and you weren't drunk by love like most men are initially, you wouldn't have put yourself in that position. So there's no way, folks, this could have been avoided. That's the thing. There's no way that this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Now, once he gets out of there, he'll be able to get any job that'll make him more money than he's made because he'll be able to work. And that's the thing, bro. I mean, again,
yep.
I really, when I first started seeing what was happening between you and her, before we were able to somewhat talk about it, because I know there are some things we cannot mention and we're not going to mention, but like, I saw this, man, and I was like, how do I talk about this with 8-bit good guy? Like, I care about the guy. I don't want to sit there and talk about what I feel his wife is doing because I like the guy, but I had to go in there and say, dude, you're my friend. If you don't want to be my friend anymore after this, I don't care. I want to help you. This is, if I was in your shoes, I would help you do the same thing for me. And he listened and he understood. And he's really turning it around, folks. And I tell you, damn it, when you get on your feet and you got that your channel to the next level, once you move out of there, okay, we're gonna come out here between my channel and your channel, and we're gonna share this story, and we're gonna raise so much awareness, bro, that no other man or woman is ever gonna go through this on the face of this planet. That's what I want to do. I want to raise awareness, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm definitely gonna let everybody know that about the situation and try to help them avoid it.
Yeah,
because it's not easy being in the situation that I was in. It's not. It literally tears you down mentally, physically, and emotionally.
right.
And sorry for the
Right.
noise. The rain's picking up.
No worries, bro. We're gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes. What time are you planning on going live tonight?
Probably about 8:39.
Eastern time. So we're looking at
8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern. Either
5:30 or 6 p.m. Pacific.
6 o'clock.
Pacific. Yeah. Hey, brother, thank you for taking my time zone into consideration. I appreciate that. God Loves Me is in the Bay Area as well. God Loves Me is in the Bay Area
awesome.
as well. But she doesn't have to worry because I'm not trying to hit on her. You know, she's a married woman and her husband's been in here and he's been pretty cool, actually. Not that I know who he is because she told me today. He's probably laughing his head off, saying that some beta male orbiter on the internet, some guy that lacks self pride and self dignity and self respect, is trying to hit on my wife. He's probably laughing at that. He's like, this guy's no harm. He's laughing at that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'd laugh at that shit too. I'm like, dude, how desperate can you be, dude? Like, dude, if a woman even agrees to be with you by you forcing her, then it's not real anyway. Why would you want to be with a woman in a fake way?
It's not.
You know what I call that? I would call that a mercy fuck.
What's that?
What's a mercy fuck
sure.
is when a woman feels sorry for a guy and she'll sleep with him one time because she wants to get him off her back or something.
That's it.
That's called the mercy fuck. I haven't had to mention the mercy fuck in a while.
It's like the woman just goes like, "Would you just shut the hell up?" Oh, fine. And then right before he wakes up, she's out of there.
Yeah. See, dude, when I was younger, 8-bit, you know, and let me tell you something. When I was younger, I would only date women that I thought were nice and sweet, but they also had to be like really super hot, right? I mean, every guy's been like that. Now I'm at the point of where, you know what, I'm not as picky as I used to be. Like, if a woman has some meat on her, you know, as long as she takes care of herself, she's cute, you know, I don't need to have a perfect 9 or 10. Because nowadays, those perfect 9 or 10s, like, they want you to fucking pay to be with them anyway. No disrespect. It's just how a lot of them are. And so, you know, I totally forgot where I was going with this. I lost my fucking train of thought, dude. But you know, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, bro. But yeah, like I said, you know, it's not about the looks anymore to me. It's about what's on the inside.
It's about what's in the heart.
Right. Right. But for me, bro, you know, I have self-respect. I have self-confidence. I'm just me. And I'm not a desperate person. Like, you know, when you come up as desperate, women pick up on that. Like, there's nothing attractive. There's no mystery. You know, like, you can't just sit there and show all your cards. You got to make a woman wonder. Like, what makes women interested in you is wondering what you're doing when you're not around them. Like, I'm not saying don't go and cheat, okay? I've never done that. I never will. But see, like, let's say you see your woman on the weekends. And during the week, you're mysterious. You don't reach out to her. You wait for her to call you, right? You know, she's wondering, what are you doing when you're not around me? Are you banging some other chick that's hotter than you or something? You can let them think that even though you're not doing it because it keeps their interest. It keeps them wondering. The moment women stop wondering about you is the moment it's over, you know? And you got to entertain your woman. You got to be funny.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But you can't overdo it. You got to know how to balance it. You got to be a well-balanced man, like a well-oiled machine. Okay? You know? And you also have to stand up for yourself. You know what? If you disagree with something your woman says, don't agree with her just to appease her, because she knows. She knows when you're doing that. Like I
exactly. Women know these things.
Right. I very rarely agree. Not well, I wouldn't go as far as say rarely, but you know, half the time I don't agree with the things, you know, the women say that I've dated, okay? But I'll call them out. I'll say, okay, I disagree with you. Well, why do you disagree with me? Well, here's my reason. Well, you know, don't you think that's a mean way to look at it? No. You have your opinion, I have mine. I still respect you for who you are. I still like you for who you are. I enjoy your company, but what do you want me to do? Kiss your ass? No. Well, I can kiss your ass with my lips, but I'm not going to kiss your ass with my words. You want to bend over? I'll kiss your ass right now. I'll do a little more than that. You know, you gotta stand up for yourself. See, women are looking to see, like, are you a man or are you a pussy or are you a beta male orbiter? Like, does she have you on a leash, or are you like, fuck no, I'm the man, I'm the fucking leader, right? I'm going to take you on an adventure, baby. And if you stick with me, I'm going to show you this world like no one else is showing you. Be cool about it, but also be respectful to her and ask her, hey, how does this sound to you? Here's what we're going to do today. Here's what I feel we should do today, babe. What do you think? Okay. Well, you know, well, you want me to decide, babe? You trust my judgment? Yeah, you decide. Okay. Then I'll decide. I'll say, hey, you know what? How does that sound? Oh, sounds good. Let's go. Okay. And that's it. But if you feed into her and say, okay, yes, babe, anything you say, anything you want, you're not going to get anywhere. You're done. It's better to be careful. Nope. Sorry, it's better to be certain than to assume facts overall, says G. Rob. Crazy Chick Sheena says, exactly, he cheats on me. His ass is out.
Exactly.
My husband knows, go sleep with the bee you sleeping with. Well, Sheena, you don't give your husband a reason to go elsewhere. Meaning that he does his part in the marriage and you do your part, right? In all aspects, mentally, emotionally, physically, right? If there's something lacking in the marriage, that's when people stray. So as long as you two are happy mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, I'm throwing that one in there for you. God loves me. I'm a spiritual person too. Then you're good. But the moment there's something lacking, you can be damn sure it's only a matter of time when one or the other or both sides start to stray away until they find something better, and then boom, they'll be gone once they find somebody better. It's just the way it works. 8-bit final thoughts. Let's get out of here, bro. And then we'll check out your stream in about an hour and a half from now. An hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get everything working.
Okay, that'd be good. Your final thoughts
I'm going to do a lot of research in a short amount of time. No, excuse me.
Oh, God bless you. You okay?
Whew. But yeah, just has a reflux.
Oh, Zantac, bro. Maximum strength Zantac.
But
Let me tell
that's
you.
why I'll get the off-brand of it, but the maximum strength.
Sure, that'll work pretty much almost as good. The Zantac's pretty expensive, but maximum strength Zantac. Heartburn and acid reflux relief. It works like a fucking charm, bro. Let me tell you.
Oh, it does. It does.
Y2K homie says, I'm not whipped,
One of
but I
those, and
listen
I'm
to what they
good.
got. Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm not whipped, but I listen to what they got to say. Well, you got to listen to women. It doesn't mean you got to do what they say. If you don't listen, then
Exactly.
you're a poor boyfriend, right? And she should listen to you. It doesn't mean you two are going to do
You
what
got
each
to
other
listen
says.
to them to a certain extent.
Right. Well, you listen to them, but you don't have to do everything they say or react to everything they say. But women want to be heard. That's the bottom line. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Because they want to be heard, but you got to make sure you don't feed into them like if they ask you to do something that's like that doesn't sound like a Don't answer it. Just like if you're questioning it, something ain't right. You call them out on it.
Okay.
But yeah, now the final thoughts on what was being talked about today.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
God loves me says no woman wants a beta male. I'm gonna have to give her a big round of applause. Big round of applause for that one. Big round of applause. I'll tell you, you know what?
And bomb.
Oh, yeah, the truth bomb. But you know what? You know what women do to beta males 8-bit? You know what they do?
They spin them. They chew them up and spin them out.
No.
Yeah.
They flush them down the toilet, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, guys.
That is very true.
You guys are men. Women are attracted to you for a reason because you're a man. Don't act like a woman. There's nothing wrong with women acting like women, but there's something wrong when men act like women. And I think there's something wrong when I think there's something wrong today when women act like men, because we're in this crazy ass modern world where men are acting like women are acting like men. We've got gender non-conforming, non-binary people. There's pansexual, asexual. There's all this different type of. God, bro, I'm a man, dude. I'm a heterosexual man, bro. Oh boy. All right, 8-bit. Any final words, Brooks? I'm gonna wrap this up. What's up? Final words that you want to say?
But yeah, like what Susan, the CEO, Susan said that what she said in her blog was 100% true.
Yep.
What she's doing is the right thing. And most of these people out here on YouTube don't see that she's trying to better this platform to keeping it a open platform. Because once, like, if sponsors start dropping off and everything, it's not going to be an open platform anymore.
Right.
There might not even be a platform.
You can't afford to pay for the damn server space and bandwidth and employees. How are you going to run the damn platform for us to have a place to create content at? It's plain and simple. People don't get that. They don't get it. And real quick, God Loves Me said something funny. She's like, I'm gender conforming binary. In other words, you're a straight single woman. Or you're a straight single woman. You're straight. God loves me. I am gender conforming binary. That chick is funny as fuck, man.
I love God. God loves me as an amazing woman.
Who's this pimp hand in the chat now?
And
Sheena
her
stole my
husband's
love. Go ahead.
Yeah, her husband is very lucky to have her.
I bet she keeps things interesting for him. That's cool. That's cool because you know what? The one thing men don't like are boring women. You gotta be interesting. You gotta bring some spice to the fucking table. You do. That's what I try to teach people here, man. Don't be boring. Be cool. It's
Exactly.
Look, you gotta take care of yourself.
If you're boring as fuck, no one's gonna want to be around you.
Right. Right. But here's the thing. You gotta take care of yourself physically as best as possible. Okay, I'm 45 years old. 45 years old, I think I look pretty good for my age. I'm not trying to say that to show off and not be humble, but it's an example. I take care of myself as best as possible. At the same time, I'm charismatic. I'm outgoing. I feel I have a great personality. I love being around people. I make people feel warm and safe and welcome. Now, some people say you're a jerk. Well, the people that say I'm a jerk are the people that are misbehaving, and I call them out on their shit. They just don't like being called out on their shit, which is why, they say those things about me and they feel that way about me. But the truth of the matter is, if you're a normal, decent, down-to-earth person, that's what you get from me. And if you're not a normal, decent, down-to-earth person, I'm not going to attack you. There's no use. Especially a woman, you're not going to, don't argue a woman ever. You're never going to win. You're not going to beat those emotions. They're going to keep going all day, every day. Excuse me, let it go. I was eating a Cliff Bar and it got stuck in my throat. I'm not dying. I'm good. I haven't eaten breakfast, bro, and I'm running low on energy, so I'm trying to eat while running this show at the same time. But anyway, 8-Bit, let's get on out of here. I want to thank you for being here, 8-Bit. Folks, if you want to donate to 8-Bit, we're going to continue mentioning this until the time that the GoFundMe expires. Looks like Pimp Hand was Sheena is married until she comes with me. No, I'm gonna ban that motherfucker. You timed him out, Lucy. We're gonna ban him. You don't talk that way, to anyone in here. That's a troll. But yeah, I'm gonna share that link one more time in the chat for you, 8-Bit. Please donate to 8-Bit if you can. Help him out. We're going to continue mentioning this.
I mean, if you don't feel like donating to that fund, or you could even donate to PayPal when I do my stream. I'll have 2 different ways you can donate.
Yeah, well, if you don't donate to 8-Bit, then screw you. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Come on, dude. You got to lighten it up a little bit there. But yeah. But no, if you don't
for those people that don't want to donate to me, you know what I say to it? People out there that I know that don't think I'm doing this for the right reason, you know what I would do to them?
What would you do to them? You're not on video right now. You're not on video right now, right?
I know.
That's fine. If you were trying to give him the bird, we can't see it.
Yeah, I'd flush him down the toilet. People that don't my message, I flush him down the toilet.
Yes, absolutely. One more thing. God Loves Me says, what did the troll say? Well, a couple of things. The first message, Sheena, still my love. We let that go. And then he said, Sheena is married until she comes with me. You don't talk that way in here. That's stupid trollish behavior. You're gone. Bye-bye. I banned the mofo. David Roger, definitely different. I'll have to check you again. David Roger, before you go, what makes this definitely different? Are you talking about this channel and how I run these streams and how my content is? If so, please let me know. What do you think is definitely different? let me know. While we wait for that, 8-Bit, thank you so much for being here, bro. Look forward to your stream later tonight. I'm going to go take my walk at the park in a little bit. I want to thank everyone in the chat for being here. And thank you to my moderators, Crazy Chick Sheena, God Loves Me, Lucy Franzese, 8-Bit Reactor. Thank you to Nightbot for sharing my donation link. Folks, you can still donate to the show even once I go off the air, and I'll read your donation on the next stream unless you choose to remain anonymous. So if you want to donate, you can donate any amount based on the value you feel you're receiving. PayPal.me/Coach Eli. You can go below in the description of this stream and find my PayPal link, or scroll up in the chat and you'll see where Nightbot shares it every 6 minutes. You can also add a note of any length, and I'll read that live on the air on the next show. If you want to remain anonymous, within that note, just type in, I want to remain anonymous, and I'll definitely honor and respect your wishes. I do not dox anyone out here. I respect people's privacy. Donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated. So with that being said, let me see if David responded. I'm still waiting for David to respond. I want to hear what David has to say. David Roger, definitely different. I'll have to check you again. I'm going to wait another minute or so, or 30 seconds, and then we have to definitely get out of here. Y2K Homie says, this was a good stream. Thank you, Y2K Homie. Much appreciated. God Loves Me says, love you guys. Lucy Franzese at Crazy Sheena, are you sure that it was trim? At Lucy, I don't know. LOL sounds like. Yeah, well, I'm not going to put up with that. I mean, look, Trim Hit's been trolling me lately. He started going to other channels and talking shit about me, and I had to get rid of him because, I mean, I like Trim, but the bottom line is, look, man, you know, he was here in support of my channel, and he's been good friends with Sheena, but when he went off to other channels and started talking smack about me, then that was the end of it. David Roger, thanks for getting back to me. More like a radio talk show. That's how I do things. I'm like a new wave radio talk show that brings on guests and uses the video technology to show things on the screen in crystal clear, high quality 1080p HD, which is what I'm trying to say, and great sound. All right, 8-Bit, let's get on out of here. Thank you everyone for being here, moderators and content consumers, and anyone else that's here as a creator. Connect with each other, folks, genuinely. Have a great night, and go over to 8-Bit Reactor's channel. In a couple hours, he's going to be going live. Take care. Say goodbye, 8-Bit. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Okay, we're still on the air, and we are now out. Peace out, everybody.